Have you ever found yourself giving everything you've got in a relationship, your time, your effort, your energy, only to feel something's not right deep inside? Maybe it's the little things, how she brushes off your opinions, forgets your birthday, or always seems too busy to spend quality time with you. If you've been questioning her commitment, wondering whether she truly values you, or if you're just a placeholder in her life, this video is going to completely shift your perspective. We're about to uncover 13 undeniable behaviors that show she doesn't value you. Trust me, some of these might shock you. They may seem small or insignificant, but they're actually massive red flags that you simply can't afford to ignore. Stick with me until the end, because by the time we finish, you'll not only be able to spot these warning signs with clarity, but also learn how to take control of your life and stop wasting time on someone who doesn't deserve you. If you're ready to face the truth, drop a comment right now that says, "I deserve better," and let's dive in. Number 1. She never makes time for you. Time, once it's gone forever. It's the one thing we can never get back. So when someone chooses to spend their time with you, it's an act of deep prioritization. But what happens when you're always at the bottom of her to-do list? She tells you she's too busy, yet somehow she has hours for brunch with friends, endless scrolling on TikTok, or attending every single social event. But when you finally get her attention, it feels rushed, like she's doing you a favor. Sound familiar? Here's the cold truth. If she's always too busy, you're simply not important to her. Think about it. When you care about someone, you find time, no matter how busy life gets. Even if it's a 5-minute call, a quick coffee meetup, or just a simple text to say, "I'm thinking of you," you prioritize them because they matter. It's not about grand gestures, it's the everyday, small actions that show real value. The same should apply to her. Don't fall into the trap of making excuses like she has a demanding job or she's just bad at expressing her feelings. Look at the patterns, not the words. If she really cared, she'd make an effort. Time is a reflection of what matters most, and if you're consistently left waiting, it's clear that you're just an option, not a priority. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor who ruled a vast empire while maintaining a disciplined, focused life, still found time to nurture his relationships. If an emperor can do it, so can anyone. A woman who truly values you will understand this principle. Start setting boundaries around your time. If she cancels plans regularly, keeps you waiting, or only contacts you when she needs something, stop making yourself so available. When she tries to slide you in as an afterthought, let her know that your time is just as precious. Watch how she reacts. If she's truly interested, she'll adjust. If not, let that be your wake-up call to move on. Number 2, your efforts go unnoticed. Effort is the fuel that drives any relationship forward. But what happens when you're the one putting in all the effort while she just enjoys the ride? It feels like you're doing everything, planning thoughtful dates, sending sweet messages, making sacrifices to ensure she's happy, but her reaction, cold, indifferent, or worse, absent. Imagine this. You spend days planning a surprise dinner. You pick a place she loves. You dress up for the occasion, and even bring her flowers. Yet when she arrives late, barely acknowledges the flowers, and spends half the evening glued to her phone, you're left wondering, why do I bother? That's not just thoughtlessness. That's a profound lack of respect. A woman who values you will recognize your effort and respond with gratitude, whether it's a genuine thank you, a smile, or by planning something special for you in return. If your efforts go unnoticed, it's not because she's oblivious, it's because she doesn't care enough to notice. Think about it. If she can't appreciate the small, everyday things you do for her, how can you expect her to value the bigger sacrifices you'll make in the future? When your efforts go unappreciated, resentment builds, and resentment is the poison that will slowly kill the relationship. It's time to step back, pull back on the effort you're putting in, and see how she responds. If she makes an effort to close the gap, that's a positive sign. But if she doesn't even acknowledge the shift, take it as a clear message that your energy and love are better spent elsewhere. Relationships are about mutual respect, mutual effort. It's not a one-sided service, and you deserve someone who truly values what you bring to the table. These behaviors might seem minor in the moment, but they add up over time, and that accumulation leads to feelings of worthlessness, frustration, and emotional exhaustion. Watch for these patterns, listen to your gut, and don't let yourself be taken for granted. You deserve someone who sees you, who values you, and who reciprocates the effort you put into the relationship. So, what are you going to do with this newfound awareness? Will you continue to settle, or will you choose to demand the respect and love you deserve? The choice is yours. Number 3, zero emotional investment. Relationships thrive on 3 essential pillars: emotional connection, trust, and respect. But without emotional investment, these pillars start to crumble, and the entire foundation of the relationship falls apart. Emotional investment isn't about constant drama or grand gestures. It's found in the small, everyday moments that show she truly cares about you as a person. It's about understanding your thoughts, dreams, fears, and struggles, and engaging with you on a deeper level. So ask yourself, when was the last time she truly invested in you? Did she ask how you were feeling, or did your conversations always feel like small talk? Can she recall the little details like your favorite band, or how nervous you were about that big meeting? Or does she dismiss your personal stories with vague responses, or worse, change the subject? If it feels like every interaction is transactional, like she's going through the motions rather than genuinely engaging, that's a huge red flag. Emotional connection is the difference between a deep relationship and a casual fling. If she's not taking the time to connect with you emotionally, it means she doesn't see you as someone worth that level of investment. Here's the hard truth. It's not your job to fix her lack of emotional availability. Don't fall into the trap of thinking, if I open up more, she'll start to care. Emotional investment is a choice. If she's not making the effort to engage with you on a deeper level, you need to accept that and move on. Pay attention to her response the next time you share something meaningful. Does she listen intently, ask follow-up questions, and show genuine interest in your life? Or does she brush you off and keep things surface level? If it's the latter, then it's time to consider whether this is the kind of connection you want to keep investing your time and energy into. Don't waste another minute hoping things will change. Emotional connection is built on two-way engagement, not just one person trying to break through the wall. Number 4, she disrespects your opinions. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. It's not just about being polite. It's about valuing the person behind the opinions. In any relationship, disagreements are natural, but how they're handled speaks volumes about the level of respect. Does she dismiss your thoughts as unimportant? Does she constantly interrupt or belittle your ideas? These aren't just minor annoyances, they are glaring red flags. For example, imagine this. You suggest a future plan, maybe it's starting a side hustle, taking a trip, or making a big life change. Instead of discussing your idea or offering support, she rolls her eyes and says, "That's a stupid idea." In that moment, she's not only dismissing your input, but also undermining your confidence and your value as a partner. Over time, these small acts of disrespect add up, and you start to feel like your voice doesn't matter. Think about this. The Stoics taught us to remain composed and focus on what we can control, but that doesn't mean tolerating disrespect in silence. Respect is crucial for any meaningful relationship, and without it, trust, partnership, and love cannot exist. A woman who values you will respect your opinions even when they differ from hers. She will engage in healthy, constructive debates, listen attentively, and appreciate the unique perspective you bring to the relationship. The next time she disrespects your opinion, calmly call her out. Tell her, "I feel like my thoughts aren't being taken seriously, and that matters to me." If she dismisses your concerns or brushes off your feelings, it's time to seriously question whether this relationship aligns with your values. A partner who truly values you will respect you, especially when your ideas challenge hers. Number 5, she only takes, never gives. Relationships are supposed to be a partnership, a two-way street. Both partners should contribute equally, not in the same ways, but with the same intention to build something meaningful together. So what happens when one person does all the giving and the other just takes? You end up with a lopsided dynamic that breeds frustration and burnout. Does this sound familiar? You're always the one initiating conversations, planning dates, making sacrifices, and going the extra mile. Meanwhile, she just sits back, enjoying the benefits without offering anything in return. Here's the truth. Love isn't transactional, but it is reciprocal. You're not a charity, and your relationship shouldn't feel like you're constantly providing favors. When you're the one always giving, whether it's time, effort, or even financial support, you're essentially telling her, "It's okay to treat me like a resource." And when someone sees you as a resource, they stop seeing you as an equal partner. For instance, maybe you're always the one who drives her around, pays for dinner, or helps solve her problems. But when you need something, she's mysteriously unavailable. If she can't put in even the smallest effort to show she cares, she's not a partner, she's a taker. It's time to stop overgiving. The next time she asks for something, take a step back and evaluate the balance in the relationship. Have your efforts been matched with the same energy and investment from her? If not, it's okay to say no. Setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's essential for your own well-being. If she values you, she'll step up. If she doesn't, it's time to reconsider the entire relationship. Number 6. Her words don't match her actions. Words are easy. Actions are where the truth lies. Anyone can say the right things, but not everyone will follow through with meaningful actions. This disconnect between what she says and what she does is one of the clearest signs that you're not a priority in her life. Does she promise to meet you for dinner, but then cancel last minute with a weak excuse? Does she say she's excited to spend time with you, but never actually make plans? If her words and actions don't align, you're dealing with someone who's all talk and no substance. Imagine this scenario. She tells you she cares about your feelings, but when you're upset, she doesn't even bother to check in. Or she promises to work on the relationship, but her behavior never changes. This isn't forgetfulness, it's a pattern. When someone truly values you, their actions will align with their words. They won't just tell you they care, they'll show you. You deserve someone who not only speaks love, but also proves it through consistent actions. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This timeless wisdom can be applied to your relationship as well. Stop waiting for her to prove herself with empty promises. Watch her actions, they'll tell you everything you need to know. Words are easy, but actions reveal a person's true intentions. It's time to stop making excuses for her and start holding her accountable for what she does, not just what she says. For example, if she promised to spend more time with you, but it never happens, don't let it slide. Be direct and say, "You said you wanted to spend more time together, but that hasn't happened. Why?" How she responds or doesn't will expose where she truly stands. Don't settle for excuses. Demand consistency. You deserve someone who backs up their words with actions. Every time she falls short, you're reminded that your time, your energy, and your heart are valuable. Don't let anyone take them for granted. Number 7, she's constantly critical. Constructive criticism in a relationship can be incredibly valuable. It helps both partners grow, challenges them to be better, and strengthens the bond between them. But when criticism turns into a constant, unrelenting barrage of negativity, that's toxic. If she's always pointing out your flaws, making sarcastic remarks, or belittling your efforts, it's not helping you grow, it's tearing you down. Think about it. Does she make you feel like nothing you do is good enough? Does she criticize your appearance, your voice, or even the way you breathe? Over time, this kind of negativity chips away at your self-esteem. You start questioning everything about yourself, your choices, your worth, your ability to succeed. And what's worse, you start walking on eggshells, constantly afraid of what she'll say next. This isn't love, it's control. The Stoics teach us to remain calm in the face of adversity, but they also teach us to protect our peace. Allowing someone to constantly criticize you isn't stoicism, it's self-neglect. A partner who truly values you will offer feedback in a way that's kind, constructive, and aimed at helping you grow. It will come from a place of love, not resentment. The next time she makes a cutting remark, stand up for yourself. Respond calmly, but firmly. "I don't appreciate being spoken to like that. If there's something you'd like me to change, let's discuss it respectfully." If she continues to belittle you, it's a clear sign that she doesn't respect you, and respect is non-negotiable in any relationship. Number 8, she avoids accountability. Accountability is the cornerstone of maturity, both in relationships and in life. In a healthy relationship, both partners should be able to own up to their mistakes, apologize when necessary, and work together to improve. But what if she never takes responsibility for her actions? Does she always have an excuse for why it's not her fault? Does she flip the script and make you the villain whenever you try to talk about an issue? This isn't just immaturity, it's a refusal to grow. Nobody's perfect, and we all make mistakes. But when someone genuinely cares about you, they own their mistakes and make a conscious effort to do better. If she avoids accountability, it means she doesn't respect the relationship enough to put in the work. Instead, she'll deflect blame or deny there's even a problem. Take this example. You tell her you're hurt because she forgot your anniversary. Instead of apologizing, she snaps back, "Well, you didn't remind me." That's not an apology, that's an attempt to shift the blame onto you. If she can't take responsibility for something as simple as forgetting an anniversary, how can you expect her to own up to bigger issues? Don't let this slide. When she deflects blame or avoids accountability, calmly say something like, "I'm not looking to argue, I just want you to acknowledge how this made me feel." If she refuses to own up to her actions, it's a glaring sign that she's not willing to grow, and you deserve someone who is committed to that growth, both individually and together. Number 9, she's not interested in your success. Ambition is powerful. As a man, you have dreams, goals, and plans for the future. You work hard, not just for yourself, but for the people you love and care about. But when the woman in your life shows no interest in your success, it sends a clear, hurtful message. Imagine this. You're over the moon because you landed a promotion, started a side hustle, or finally achieved a major milestone you've been working toward. You share the exciting news with her, expecting a celebration. Instead, she says something like, "That's nice," or worse, she makes a sarcastic comment that deflates your joy. Over time, this indifference starts to feel personal. It's not just that she doesn't care about your achievements, it's that she doesn't care about you. A woman who values you will celebrate your victories, no matter how big or small. She'll ask about your projects, cheer you on during your struggles, and genuinely share in your joy. If her reaction to your success is lukewarm or dismissive, it's a sign that she's not invested in your journey. Think back to the last time you shared a win. What was her reaction? Did she seem excited for you, or did she brush it off? If her response was anything less than supportive, address it directly. Say something like, "It feels like my achievements don't matter to you. Can we talk about that?" A supportive partner will want to grow alongside you, not hold you back. If she can't get excited for your successes, it's time to question whether she's really on your team. You deserve someone who celebrates your growth, not someone who feels threatened by it. Number 10. She uses you as an emotional crutch. We've all heard the phrase, "lean on me," but in a healthy relationship, emotional support is meant to flow both ways. What happens when it doesn't? What happens when you're always the one holding her up, but when you need support, she's nowhere to be found? This dynamic isn't love, it's emotional exploitation. It looks like this. She calls you at 2 a.m., pouring her heart out about an argument with a friend, and you drop everything to comfort her. You listen to her, offer advice, and give her your energy. But when it's your turn to speak, when you try to share the stress from work, your personal struggles, or even just vent about your day, she's nowhere to be found. She tunes out, changes the subject, or worse, says, "You'll figure it out." This kind of one-sided support leaves you feeling drained and unappreciated. It's exhausting to constantly be the emotional crutch while your partner remains detached from your needs. Emotional support should always be reciprocal. Each person should feel heard, cared for, and supported. But when she treats you like her personal therapist while offering nothing in return, it's a clear sign something is wrong. You deserve someone who shows up for you as much as you show up for them. It's time to set some boundaries. The next time she unloads her emotional baggage, ask yourself, does she ever offer me the same kind of support when I'm struggling? If the answer is no, let her know gently but firmly that you can't always be her emotional safety net. A woman who values you will respect your boundaries and begin showing up for you, too. Number 11. She's hot and cold. If your relationship feels like an emotional roller coaster, where one day she's loving and affectionate, and the next, she's distant or even cold, that's a huge red flag. Consistency is the hallmark of a healthy, stable relationship. But if she's hot and cold, it's a sign of emotional instability. What does this look like in real life? Imagine this. On Monday, she's all over you texting sweet messages, planning a surprise date night, and showering you with affection. You feel like everything is going perfectly, but by Wednesday, she's barely responding to your texts, giving you short answers, or even snapping at you for no reason. You start second-guessing yourself, wondering if you did something wrong. But the truth is, Her inconsistency has everything to do with her and nothing to do with you. She's the one who can't commit emotionally, and her push-pull behavior isn't a sign of love. It's a form of manipulation. By keeping you guessing, she ensures you're always chasing after her approval. But relationships shouldn't feel like a game of emotional cat and mouse. A partner who values you will bring stability, not whiplash. If you find yourself caught in this emotional tug-of-war, it's time to speak up. Don't let her behavior slide unnoticed. Call it out calmly, but assertively. I've noticed that you're really affectionate one day and distant the next. Can we talk about what's going on? If she refuses to address it or blames you for her emotional inconsistency, it's time to reconsider the relationship. You deserve someone who provides consistency, not chaos. Number 12. She disrespects your boundaries. Boundaries are vital. They're the pillars of self-respect and emotional well-being. They define what you're willing to accept in a relationship and what you're not. But what happens when your partner repeatedly crosses those lines? When she ignores your need for space, belittles your values, or pressures you into uncomfortable situations, it's a glaring sign that she doesn't respect you or your boundaries. Imagine this scenario. You've told her that weekends are your time to recharge, your personal space to relax and unwind. But she insists on making plans and guilting you into canceling your downtime. Or perhaps you've asked her not to go through your phone, but she does it anyway, saying, "If you have nothing to hide, why does it matter?" These aren't just little annoyances, they're major boundary violations, and they signal that she's trying to control you. A woman who values you will respect your boundaries, even if she doesn't always understand them or agree with them. She'll recognize that boundaries aren't walls keeping people apart. They're guidelines that ensure the health and balance of the relationship. A person who disregards your limits isn't interested in a partnership. They're focused on their own needs, disregarding yours. The next time she pushes past your boundaries, speak up. Stand firm and say, "I've made it clear that I need my personal space, and I need you to respect that." If she dismisses your request or continues to push against your limits, it's a clear sign that she doesn't value you or your relationship in the way you deserve. It's time to reassess your commitment to someone who won't honor your most basic needs. You deserve respect, and that begins with the boundaries you set. Number 13. She treats you as replaceable. Here's a hard truth you might not want to hear. If she makes you feel like you're just another option, it's because you're not a priority to her. You might think she's into you, but if she consistently compares you to her exes, keeps you at arm's length, or flirts with other men right in front of you, she's not just being disrespectful, she's dehumanizing you. It's like a silent message saying, "You're not special enough for me to fully invest in." Think about how this feels. Imagine she casually mentions how attractive her coworker is, or reminisces about how her ex treated her better. Maybe she even talks about how she's getting attention from other guys, leaving you to feel small and insignificant. You brush it off at first, but it starts to chip away at your self-esteem. Over time, these seemingly harmless comments erode your confidence and make you question whether you're truly good enough for her. If she truly valued you, she would never make you feel like you're just another option in her life. Instead, she would prioritize you, showing through her actions that you are irreplaceable, someone who holds an essential place in her world, not just a convenience when it suits her. So, here's the deal. When she tries to make you feel replaceable, it's time to set the record straight. You deserve better. You deserve to feel like a priority, not a placeholder. The next time she makes you feel inferior or compares you to others, speak up. Let her know. It's not okay to compare me to anyone else. I deserve to feel valued and respected in this relationship. Don't let her brush off your concerns. And if she continues, it's a clear sign that she's not invested in you the way you deserve. Walk away. You are not just an option, and you deserve to be treated like a man of value. If she can't recognize that, she's not worth your time. So, there it is. 13 undeniable behaviors that reveal when a woman doesn't value you. But this is more than just a list of warning signs. It's about understanding your worth and raising the bar for how you expect to be treated. Life is too short to spend in a relationship where you're constantly questioning whether you matter. You deserve a relationship where you feel respected, supported, and valued. One where your worth is never in question. But here's the catch. Recognizing these behaviors is just the first step. The real transformation happens when you take action. Awareness alone won't change anything. What truly matters is making choices that reflect your self-respect. If you've seen any of these behaviors in your relationship, don't just sit on it. It's time to step back, evaluate what's going on, and start making decisions that align with the man you want to become. You have the power to change the direction of your life and relationships. You have the power to demand more, to expect better, and to walk away from anyone who doesn't see your value. Remember Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So, start thinking highly of yourself. Act with purpose. Set the standard for how you expect to be treated, and never settle for less than you deserve. You're worthy of love, respect, and everything you bring to the table. If this message resonated with you, I want you to do 2 things right now. First, drop a comment below saying, "I choose respect over anything." This simple action creates a ripple effect. It shows that you're prioritizing your worth and are committed to standing up for it. Your comment could be the spark another man needs to reclaim his life and self-respect. Second, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. By doing this, you're not only supporting this channel, you're helping to spread this vital message to other men who need to hear it. Every like, comment, and subscription is a signal to YouTube that this content matters, and it ensures that it reaches the right people. Remember, every relationship starts with the one you have with yourself. Value your time, value your energy, value your emotions, and above all, never compromise your self-worth. Thanks for watching, and remember you are irreplaceable.